Judge, I do need to let you know something before we begin. This client had, I can't remember what kind, he was a victim of a violent crime. And he understands what's going on, but you might need to slow down a little bit right now. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, what is his last name?
Hernandez, and it's Anthony, Your Honor. He has two cases.
Mr. Hernandez.
Buenos días, señor Hernandez.
Buenos días, señor.
Good morning, sir.
Charged with two very serious cases. You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You were also charged with tampering with a government record. You just had a tampering dismissed.
Wait a minute. This man just had a tampering case dismissed 2 weeks ago, and now he's staring down another one. Either he has the worst luck in Texas, or he's treating the legal system like it's some kind of game show. Let's break it down. Tampering with a government record means forging, altering, or using fake documents, and that's no small matter. Judges don't look kindly on repeat behavior, especially when the ink from the last case has barely dried.
2 weeks ago, and now you have another one. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. On the tampering case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. On your DWI, you are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
On March 16, 2025, an officer observed a vehicle and ran the tag that observed and which was found to have no return. The traffic stop was initiated. The officer observed the van with slow roll and missed multiple opportunities to safely pull over. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed the odor of alcoholic beverage from the vehicle. The officer also observed two 40-ounce glasses of Modelo, both open and a quarter percent.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, sir.
The officer
El
requested the
oficial
defendant
pidió
exit
que
the
el
vehicle
demandado
and
saliera
the
del vehículo y fuera
the
detenido.
defendant declined to
El
answer any
demandado
questions and center as by tests were
la
conducted.
pregunta si
The
se va a
officer
hacer
observed
estrés,
6 out of 6
si
on the
es
HGN,
estrés,
5 out of 8 on the
5
walk
de
return,
8
and 2 out of 4 on the one leg
y 11
stand.
para su
The
nivel.
defendant sent to a
El
breath
demandado
test,
de
and the
un
results
procedimiento,
were
resultados serán de
0.135 and
135,
0.133.
133.
While at JPC, the defendant admitted that the identification card provided was fictitious. The officer reviewed the identification card, and
Tarjeta de identificación y
the identification card
la tarjeta de
had a
identificación
fictitious
tenía
date of birth,
una fecha
and his first name was listed as his middle name,
fecha
and
de
the card had no
nacimiento y
fault.
su nombre
It was also very flimsy, and the lettering was not consistent with normal federal identification.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I would hope that you recognize it's damn elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me.
Now for this, here's where it gets real. The judge drops the hammer. No driving, no excuses, and a contempt charge with extra jail time if he slips up. It's a sobering moment. Literally. But let's zoom out for a second. Should someone who's in the middle of immigration proceedings and a victim of violent crime be treated differently by the court? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
You're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt of court hearing. You could be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yes, sir.
Is he here on an asylum claim? Does he have status here?
Judge, I'm not sure if asylum is the right word, but he does have an avenue through immigration based on him being the victim of the violent crime.
Not in this country with permission, and you go to jail. What happens?
¿Qué pasa?
Como dice la pregunta,
What was the question?
por favor.
Please.
¿Qué pasa si tú andas a la cárcel y inmigración te encuentra? ¿Qué pasa?
Va a ser deportada.
That would be deported.
That's what you need to think about when you're out there in the free. You're ordered now not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'm going to put a monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming. This is the promise that you're going to be signing with me, Mr. Hernandez. And I want you to understand, I will do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand me?
¿Lo entiende?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
¿Seguro?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
If you were here because you were a victim, or if you were a victim of a violent crime, you have no clue what happens in our jails on a daily day basis.
Diariamente.
There are some parts of the jails that are so bad, officers won't even go. Keep that in mind when you're out there, because if I find that you break any of these bond conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you're unlucky enough, you will get a detainer and you will sit there and you will be stuck like Chuck until these cases are over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. You get no more warnings from us. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but you're ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. For now, I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with breach off of your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. Be very careful. No more warnings, Mr. Hernandez. Okay, thanks. For the time being, I'm going to put a scram on him, so I know that he's not using. I'll pay for it so that it doesn't come out of his pocket.
Thank you, Honor.
I did. Yeah, there's one up there. Okay, and then if a while passes and there are no issues, come back and talk to me, but I want to make sure that he's not using.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey, please.
Is this case up?
Yeah, let me give me 1 second. Hold on.
Sorry.
You ready? 255-9578.
95 from you?
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, Ms. Fleischer. Tell me, sir, how are you?
Very well. I'm here for Francisco Hernandez.
In jail or on bond?
He's on bond.
Oh, he's got a bond violation.
Yes,
Do
Judge.
you mind having him approach, please?
And Judge, there is a representative from the bonding company here in court.
Failed to go test when you were ordered to test. I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test and you're to come back. If you ever miss again, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Okay, I'm sending him now for a test. He has to come back. All right. Take a seat, sir.
And then I'm gonna pre-file call your number right now.
Good morning, Judge.
So, great to see you. What's new? Please.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Kevin Diaz, I think he had him last week and his bond was revoked. He originally had a theft and then got charged with a possession.
Oh, he's
Yes.
still in, huh?
Yes, Judge, he cannot make that amount. Now, the thing is.
You bring him out?
Yes.
Yes. With the possession, it's a bit iffy. We don't have a lot of information on that possession, and based on what my client said and what the DIM says, are two completely different things. I'm going to review the video.
Sir, my problem is that he's allegedly slinging, you know?
Sorry?
He's allegedly slinging, you know? That's my big problem, is that, you know?
I mean, just based on even on the DIMS, it wasn't his car. He had nothing on his person. He was just getting off of work. If you look at least part of the video that we did see, he was coming straight up from work. He had his work regalia on. So he wasn't driving. It's a bit.
Is the other person didn't take it, does it?
According to him, she does. Her name is Jasmine, but we don't see that on the report. We don't even see her name on the report. If he's getting
Somehow they
arrested.
link it to him. I don't know. I don't remember.
Get to the marijuana?
Yeah.
The marijuana, it's linked to him only because it's found, there's been found in the passenger seat of the vehicle. And when they search the vehicle, marijuana is located on the front passenger floorboard, the pocket satchel, and the defendant has been found marijuana being used.
Pocket set. He says he did not. According to him, she did. So that's why I'm waiting on body camera.
To me, I have a full head of hair.
She's
He said, no. How's jail?
Works bad. Terrible.
Good. It's not supposed to be fun. You know, the idea is that you actually listen and hear and understand, hey, we mean business, because when you don't, this is what happens. You now know if no one in this world that's going to pony up the $500 it would take to get you out. When you're out there in the free world, these are the things that you think about, because if not, disastrous consequences. People lose cars, houses, apartments, because they're stuck like Chuck. Where do we go from here?
I would ask for a PR bond. I would ask for a PR bond. He just doesn't have the funds to make it. He does work at Dave's Chicken, and at minimum wage, he's not even able to get that out. So, and I am a court appointed on his end. So we would ask for a
Okay,
PR bond.
what say you?
Judge, we're gonna be opposed to the go around just because this is the second charge within a matter of 5 months.
Yeah, it's like the thing is that it's 3 months.
He was going to defer to the court.
Okay. I mean,
And he has been in jail for a few days, Judge. If he was taking a time served, he'd get it. But I think that we just need
I wouldn't take it. I'm not gonna take it. I wouldn't.
Just
You know,
saying.
here's the thing. You're charged with theft. The weed, it's the theft I'm concerned about, because when you're branded a thief and you're branded a thief for life, it's over. No one hires thieves, no matter where you go, no matter which. You could have a shining star over your head. Don't matter, because you're branded a thief. They don't hire thieves. They don't give apartments to thieves. You want to buy a new car? They're not going to give it to you when you're a thief. They don't, because
So-
they know.
We're still looking at surveillance videos on that, which we don't have. Once again, the stories are just not aligning. Without videos, I can't really make a judgment either way. So we're waiting on surveillance videos on that.
we are still waiting on surveillance video, Your Honor. I don't have it on. It looks like there was a subpoena. That may be a shortcoming on our end, Your Honor. We may not have. I don't-
If you can be creative in a way that we can ensure he's going to stay out of trouble, then I'm all ears for another PR bond. But be creative in how we can. When people have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. And you start doing things you shouldn't be doing, hanging out with people you shouldn't be hanging out with. Not well, I'm hanging around with the wrong people. Maybe you are the wrong person and it's going to get this other person in trouble. So I want to let you out, but I don't want you to pick up a third case. And I want to find a way that we know you're not going to pick up a third case. You're going to stay out of trouble and you're not going to use marijuana. So if you can be creative and show me how we can do that, I'm all ears.
Yes, Judge.
So ball's in your
I'll
court.
fight
Let
it.
me know. I am
Is Judge
down,
come back?
but somehow we have to work a plan that you're not going to pick up any new cases.
Sounds good, Judge. We'll-
Show me. Yep.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe it's.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mrs. Sims.
I could bring it up to you, because I think that is the treatment is the problem, right? And then let me know when you treatment.
Something else.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
I don't need to come back here.
You don't need to come back here.
I won't be back here.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
You've never been in trouble in 27 years with this, you know.
What alcohol is doing. What alcohol is doing. Oh, that's used alcohol. Different stuff.
Do you mind printing it out for me?
Why not?
You can back up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Is there anything that, you get any eligible for the first probation or not?
Not for DWI, sir.
Gotcha.
No. You know, Mr. Proctor, I told you that I wanted to follow whatever the TRAS said, you know, and shh. And I'm going to stick to that, you know. Sometimes I'm surprised by what the findings are, but I trust them to make the right decisions, and I hope that you. So here, they recommended medically assisted treatment to address the alcohol abuse or dependency. That means that you have to go to a doctor, right? The problem is that we can't pay for that.
Right.
I can't pay for that. When it's on the outside, if it's here where they would have recommended like residential or something of this nature, I would pay for it for you. I can't pay for this. So you're going to be expected to do this on your own. You know, the other thing that they're recommending is intensive outpatient treatment followed by supportive outpatient treatment, which I think at a minimum should be done, because the idea is that you learn from this, because something is going on and the coping mechanisms that are being used, they're just not good, because we don't want another death. We don't want you to make some kind of decision that has a lifelong consequence where you end up in orange for the next 50 years, you know? Are you working at this time? Well, obviously not right now, but were you?
Yes,
What were you doing?
I worked at an equipment shop.
Do you still have it?
I probably not.
Hey, I guess we need to give him some time, you know. Can we apply for TAP funding for him? Okay, I'm gonna try to apply to get stuff paid for you, because I know that there's some, you know, funding that is available for people if they qualify, and I think you do. You have to understand, in this life, you don't have anyone that's going to bond you out. When you're out there, if you make the wrong decision, you're stuck, as you now see, you know, really, it's not that hard. Now, what we're doing is you're pleading guilty to the DWI. The DWI is going to go on your record. They're going to dismiss the terroristic threat, but you need to understand that forever and a day, if you get pulled over, What does an officer do? They first look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI, they roll up.
Now for this. Okay, this is the big one. The defendant pleads guilty to a DWI and gets 1 year, probated over 15 months. But here's the kicker. He's giving up a lot of constitutional rights in the process. No trial, no appeal. And if he messes up again, the consequences snowball. Fast. This is where plea bargains become a double-edged sword. Quick resolution? Sure.
Pure when then they smell alcohol or dope, it's probably not going to go well for you. And now, after today, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The agreement that you have worked out is a 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 15 months. You must do, is this a true first?
I believe so.
Proctor, if you don't mind looking
Yes,
at
sure.
it.
This is a true post, John.
Okay, so it's 1 year in jail to be probated for 15 months. You must do a DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels. Well, we've already done the TRAS, so these are the conditions. You've already done the TRAS, so that's not a need. No drugs, alcohol, substance abuse treatment. No breath test refusal. If you were pulled over, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. Can you look at him, see if his license is down? No, you must maintain a guardian interlock and 25 hours of community service. Do you have any children? Okay. If you do a parenting class, I will waive the community service for you.
He is not eligible.
Your license is not eligible. It got suspended, so you cannot drive at this time. So one of the conditions I'd like is for him to get his license back. Your license got suspended because of an administrative license hearing versus DPS, and I can have Mr. D explain that to you. You were giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Mr. Proctor. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this. If you ever have a problem while you're on this probation, you can always come back and talk to us. We can work through anything. If you just take off, that's about the worst thing that you can do. If you pick up a new case, that's about the worst thing that can happen. What about the complaining witness and the terroristic threat? Who is that?
The bloody was in the terrorist threat, your honor, is. So it is. He was not filed as a family household.
Do we know, did you have the rip done? Do we know if she wants to have contact with him or no?
Do group definition when we want to proceed. Whenever says she's filed contact, it shouldn't really benefit harm.
Okay, just so that we'll just add no threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness and the terroristic threat. Just be mindful, what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think, it's what she perceives. All right? How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, waive all his fees. I'm going to waive all your fees. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money. Just do what you say you're going to do it well, so we don't see you again.
Yes, Judge.
All right, good luck.
So talk to him about the driver's license. Yes.
Okay.